Hide me now under your wings. Cover me within your mighty hands. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still and know you are God. For rest my soul in Christ alone. Know His love in quietness and trust. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still and know you are God. I will be still and know you are God. I will be still and know you are God.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Every student can learn, just not on the same day or in the same way. And education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Hi, good day everyone. I'm Dindi Pasag.
Freudelin Salimbagat, and
We are the representers for today. Applications of educational mobile apps. With mobile education apps, any child can access any kind of information. They can even learn things from higher standards if they want to. Apart from school education, they can search for any kind of information they are interested in.
What is mobile of educational application? Educational mobile apps comes with many benefits for students, as it saves a lot of money for buying study materials from shops and libraries. Learning apps allow students to read and study material from the education app with a few simple clicks. What are the uses of educational apps? Access to any information from anywhere at any time makes the learning from convenient and easy. In these changing times, access to information is at the fingertips through mobile phones. Education apps will improve the education system and make it easier for students to learn things and remember for a long time. Education apps are easier to understand and use than books and lectures that students attend in the classrooms. A mobile phones can make a lot of your tasks easy for you and also saves a lot of time. Visiting the library and selecting books, data e-learning is the new need for students. E-learning, mobile apps are getting popular day by day, and that is due to its uniqueness of making learning fun for students.
Preference of educational mobile apps. The future of learning is mobile, whether it is a simple delivery technology or something that enables a new method of instruction not yet possible. This is the future that many of us see. Less clear, however, are the steps necessary for getting us there, given the options for how best to deliver mobile learning applications to students. Benefits of educational mobile apps. E-learning is the new need for the students. E-learning mobile apps are getting popular day by day, and that is due its uniqueness of making learning fun for students. Educational mobile apps directly target the psychology of the students, which helps the students to understand and grab the information from a different perspective. The app makes them understand the concept by giving them challenging tasks, puzzles, and educational games. Advantage and disadvantage of application of educational mobile apps. Mobility. Modern smart gadgets make it possible to organize and optimize the educational process regardless of place and time. There are two aspects to this kind of mobility. Firstly, the possibility of implementing educational programs despite the location of qualified specialists. Secondly, ease of access from different devices through use of cloud storage system in the event of change in a cell phone. This student will have access to all previously available information. Besides, they can easily use different devices to complete tasks of varying degrees of difficulty. Permanent education. Since mobile devices are often located and belong to the same owner, they make the education process continuous. Therefore, it is possible to complete tasks at any time convenient for them, and teachers can transfer the passive share of instruction outside the classroom. Mobile applications provide opportunity to conduct continuous training in places of military conflict and even in disaster areas, which is a demonstration of another manifestation of continuity. Personalization of training. Mobile applications provide the student with the ability to independently choose the content of certain courses, the level of difficulty, and other content, and also advance to the next level of difficulty depending on personal preference and acquired knowledge. Independently evaluate results and perform additional tasks to consolidate the material. Also, a mobile phone allows each student to study material in the form in which is more convenient. That is to improve the quality of essay writing services provided. The creator of educational software must adopt the same information as well as the ways of reproducing to increase efficiency. Improving the quality of communication. Mobile devices allow ease in building fast and high-quality communication between the teacher and the student. Feedback from students allow teachers to track student performance separately for a given student.
Additional advantages of mobile applications in education. And there are other advantages presented below. Providing some dialogue opportunities. The use of mobile devices spurs interest in learning from those students who constrainedly and did not show enthusiasm in the traditional presentation. Offline learning and information sharing, certain and criteria. Practical work with various kinds of technologies. Access to materials not only about the topic being studied, but also additional knowledge. The possibility of using various kinds of technologies which allows students to achieve the required level of education. An overview of materials of various types of formats, educational video and audio materials, and change of development in step with the times and etc. And these are the disadvantages of mobile application in education. With mobile applications, there is a decline in the development of sociability, as the contact between the student and the teacher will be minimized. Therefore, this form of training will inhibit the development of such qualities as sociability, confident leadership, as well as the ability to work in a team.
How can mobile applications affect the student learning? Mobile learning offers benefits such as quick access to information for students, diverse ways of learning, contextual learning, control over own learning, supporting and encouraging learning, increased participation in the course, will to use the course and positive meaningfully difference of academic achievement. Quick access to information, anywhere and anytime learning, interacting with friends and facilitating learning are observed as important key points of mobile learning according to interviews with students. Mobile learning application increase the effect of learning, enhance the process of learning. Students emphasize that they would want further mobile learning experiences such as doing homework using mobile devices, more activities on tablet computers, and developing animation on tablet computers. Examples or types of application of educational mobile apps. Google Classroom. In an educational institution, students are often required to complete and submit homework and assignments, and teachers have to review and grade them at the earliest. All these processes are incredibly frustrating for everyone to say the least. Google Classroom is essentially a virtual classroom of sorts. That means we can use it for seamlessly sending announcements, creating classes, starting discussions, submitting and grading assignments, asking for remarks and answers, sharing resources, and so on. Features of Google Classroom: enhanced communication, improved organization, and faster grading process. edX is a dream of many students to study the courses of top universities like Harvard, MIT, Columbia, and etc. But they also know that it's not easy to get into these universities at all. Well, if you get edX on your phone, nothing will stop you from achieving those dreams. edX brings these universities to your fingertips, so no matter what you need to learn, edX will be there for you every step of the way. There are more than 2,000 courses of top universities in edX, such as computer science, business studies, linguistics, engineering, and many more. Features of edX: video tutorials, study material handouts, and interactive quizzes. Khan Academy invariably secures a top spot on the list of the best free educational apps for students. The app's mission is to provide a free and world-class education for all curious minds across the globe. And we have to admit that they are delivering it pretty impressively. Khan Academy has a unique way to drive knowledge into your brains. All lessons are in forms of video tutorials, video display, and recording of drawing on a virtual blackboard, like a teacher giving a lecture. Khan Academy also provides online courses for preparing for standardized tests like SAT, MCAT, LSAT, and so on. Features of Khan Academy learning is multiple language, progress tracking, and practice exercises. Duolingo. It takes immense patience and practice to learn new language. It's not everybody's cup of tea. If the learning techniques aren't adaptive, we'll quickly lose focus and interest. But Duolingo has made language learning a cakewalk. It helps us learn many languages like English, French, Spanish, Mandarin, Latin, and etc. in a fun and interactive way. It starts with basic picture labeling games. As you complete more labels, there will be many different kinds of engaging games that will improve your vocabulary and grammar skills. Features of Duolingo: 30 plus languages, interactive stories, forum discussions, leaderboards competitions, and language learning events. Remind. Group learning is an efficient practice to fill in learning gaps in students. But it's not always practical to get multiple students to assemble under a single roof and study together. Remind Up is the ultimate answer to this problem. Remind facilities us to stay connected with our school community. Besides students, this community includes teachers and parents as well. Features of Remind: share photos, handouts, and flyers, chat translations in 70 plus language, and instant messaging.
Photomath. Mathematics has always been a puzzling subject for many students, no matter what age you are. Math can be a challenging hurdle to tackle for many learners. Well, those days are over now. Now anyone can learn to solve any complex math problems very easily using an app called Photomath. Many statistics have listed Photomath as one of the best learning apps for students. The learning process in Photomath is pretty simple. You take a picture of handwritten or printed questions, then the app itself teaches you how to solve those questions through step-by-step explanations and instructions. And these are the features of Photomaths: multiple solving methods, animated instructions, interactive graphs, scientific calculator, and no need to internet. SoloLearn. The scope of coding and programming is wider than ever. If it weren't for coding, we couldn't have many tech geniuses like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and etc. in our world. SoloLearn is essentially a paradise for coding enthusiasts. Whether you are beginner or a pro, SoloLearn can get you coding juices flowing with its immense collections of free coding tutorials across languages like Java, Python, C++, Swift, PHP, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and so on. App development is one of such an area where there is a constant demands for coders. These languages are the foundations of several mobile app development frameworks. So if you manage to learn them, job opportunities will be pouring in from all directions. And these are the features of SoloLearn. and these are an interactive community of codes, tutorials on the latest coding trends, and free mobile code editor. Quizlet. Quizlet has several effective ways to make learning easier and quicker. Right out of gate, you will see various study modes buttons such as Learn, Flashcards, Write, Test and Match, and etc. Each of these modes is different ways to learn your desired topics. The use of flashcards is another defining qualities of Quizlet. Flashcards promote active recall, the process of active stimulating memory during the learning process. It's one of the most powerful learning techniques all out of there. Quizlet has millions of ready-made flashcards in the app. You can even create flashcards and share them with another student as well. Quizlet also contains many gaming activities to brush up what you've learned. The app gives constant study reminders, progress checking points along the way. And these are the figures of Quizlet. Practice test, study sets of standardized exams, and custom images and audio to enhance learning. Kahoot. Interactive quizzes can accelerate the learning process tremendously. Students feel unexplainable delight when they get the answers right. In that regard, Kahoot is one of the best learning apps for those who prefer learning through quizzes. Kahoot has ready-made quizzes on any topic. So you just choose one topic and join live quizzes with other players. The app also lets you quickly create your quizzes and challenge your friends to compete you or with you. You can even use Kahoot for offline quiz competitions. The setup is pretty simple. The quiz master or teacher creates a quiz competition on Kahoot and show it to an interactive whiteboard or projector. And the players join the quiz using a pin and answer questions on the app itself. In the future, every quiz competition will be like this. Wouldn't that be exciting? And these are the features of Kahoot. Easy game creation, host live quiz on big screens, and play with 2,000 live contestants. Udemy. Udemy is arguably one of the best learning apps for students out there. It has more than 130,000 video tutorials for courses ranging from technology and business to personal development lessons like drawing, writing, yoga, and etc. Another exciting thing is that we also get to learn these topics at our own pace. If you feel stuck at some lessons, you can ask questions and clear your doubt with students and instructions. For instance, if you got some mobile app ideas, Udemy's expert teachers take you by hand on your dream of developing an app for that. And these are the features of Udemy. Expert instructions, discussions, server creations, and interactive learning.